As of now, it's February in southeastern Wisconsin, and I've actually hired a team of scientists to gather all of the historical data when it comes to temperature, humidity, and even wind patterns. And they came to this very, very stunning conclusion. It is really, really cold outside right now. It is -1 degree Fahrenheit, and for those of you that don't understand freedom units, that translates to about -18 degrees Celsius. So yeah, that's why I'm wearing a long sleeve on top of this Slytherin shirt, because I don't want to turn my heater for too long. My team of scientists have also come up with a formula for winning in tennis and singles, and I want to share it with you guys. It is W equals 6.9 T plus V squared. Now let's break down the variables of this formula. W is the percentage of winning. 6.9 is because nice. And T stands for the amount of Taco Bell you eat on a weekly basis in terms of mass. And then the last variable, V squared, is actually what this string review is. This is the Volkl V-Square Tennis String review. Although the Volkl V-Square isn't the most popular tennis string in terms of branding and marketing on the market right now, a lot of people on my Discord and my live stream have been asking for me to do this. So you guys voted on it, and I'm very glad that I could reach out to you guys to have some sort of human interaction given the craziness of 2020 and how weird 2021 has been. By the way, I do live stream on YouTube Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Time, and I also do have a Discord that is live for you guys to hang out and talk tennis, tennis strings, tennis memes, and any type of tennis equipment. I will leave a link to that down in the description below. The Volkl V-Squared is a 4-sided copolyester, and it is coming in at about $10.99 per packet and $159 per reel, a full reel of 660 feet. And that breaks down to about $9.99 per racket if you guys are going to purchase the reel in full. When it comes to tennis strings, specifically copolyesters, there is a rule of thumb. That rule of thumb is the spin potential and bite of a tennis string is negatively correlated to how soft and how comfortable that string is. For example, the Volkl Hyper-G, which does offer massive spin potential, is a very uncomfortable tennis string, and it is very, very dead feeling, and it doesn't have the best ball pocket, not by a long shot. The Volkl V-Square does not actually fall into that rule. I will actually go out to say that this tennis string, the Volkl V-Square, has the most spin potential out of any tennis string I've reviewed on this channel so far. Yes, it has more spin potential than the Volkl Tour Bite, which I have reviewed. I will leave a link to that in this corner if you guys want to take a look at it. The underspin was actually pretty decent as well. It wasn't the best. For underspin, I would highly recommend that you guys get a softer rounded copolyester like the Technifiber Razor Code or even the Yonex Polytour Pro. But it was still comparable. Nice job so far, Volkl. And as I said, for a shaped copolyester, this string has really good ball pocketing and pretty good feel. I never felt super uncomfortable with my forearm after hitting for a very, very long time. Even on the slight mishits, it still had pretty good directional control, a decent amount of ball pocketing and pop, and you never felt like your arm was gonna fall off after even a slight mishit, whether it's towards the tip or closer to the throat. Whatever Volkl made into this string is truly special because that is a pretty good combination of ball pocketing, feel, and spin potential that they have in the Volkl V-Square. As of now, it is a very special string in my heart. The first serves were awesome with the Volkl V-Square. Normally, a flat shot like a first serve is not the best with a shaped copolyester because if you want a flatter shot with not a lot of spin, you probably want a round copolyester. That's typically how the tennis string works. But surprising amount of pop, I never felt like I lost any type of miles per hour, pace, spin, or depth for both first and second serves. For the second serves, the shaped edges really cut into the ball for extra spin and kick to really even put more bite into the ball. And again, nothing really jarring or discomforting with the serves, with the string, because it was so comfortable and so soft for a copolyester that's shaped. It's really starting to blow me out of the water. But don't get me wrong, it's not a perfect string. Let's get into some of the negatives of the Volkl V-Square. For the volleys and touch shots, the finesse shots like, a drop shot from the baseline or a short angle volley, the power was good. It really showed with a really good ball pocketing. But that's all I can really say in this category that's considered a pro. Everything else starts to fall apart for the Volkl V-Square going forward. Although the ball pocketing was good, I didn't feel comfortable with the finesse and angle shots for this string at all. I don't know if it was because of the four-sided shape, but if you guys rely on volleys and coming to the net fairly often, I really would advise not buying the string. The string is not made for closers at the net. It's definitely made for those at the baseline, but again, more on that later. And as for the tension maintenance. So after about 6 hours of straight hitting with the Volkl V-Square and originally strung at 55 pounds, it still is at 55, maybe 54 pounds. So pretty good tension maintenance from the Volkl V-Square. A lot of people on my Discord have been saying that the Volkl V-Square is kind of Volkl's answer to Celinko's Hyper-G, which is a hugely successful tennis string in its own right. And it does seem like a good comparison at first, but after thinking about it and peeling back some of the layers, it's actually not a good comparison at all. Yes, the Celinko Hyper-G, which I did mention earlier in this video, is also a four-sided shaped copolyester, but it is much stiffer and much more dead feeling than the Volkl V-Square. It has no ball pocketing either. But the Volkl V-Square, as I said, it's surprisingly comfortable, surprisingly dwells on the racket with the ball contact, to where it launches off at a pretty good angle. On top of that, there's also one negative that I didn't mention for the Volkl V-Square. This is by far the worst string I have ever play tested when it comes to flatter ground strokes, like approach shots. The launch angle from the baseline when taking big cuts with topspin is extremely high, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But when you're flattening it out on something like an approach shot, the power was very inconsistent. Not the ball pocketing, the power. I feel like when I'm about to hit an approach shot, whether it's a forehand or a backhand, I'm missing anywhere between the bottom of the net tape or possibly even 6 to 7 feet beyond the baseline for some reason. When I get an approach shot, I feel like I should just give up the point because it's inconsistent and I don't know what's going to happen after I make contact with the ball, no matter how well I prepare and set my feet. There is no other string I've playtested that has ever given me this issue. Volkl, please fix this. And for those of you that have played with the Volkl V-Square, let me know if I'm completely wrong on the flatter shots like approach shots. I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments section below. Hit like and subscribe for more weekly original tennis content such as tennis string reviews, racket reviews, and match play analysis. And as always, happy hitting.